So what I would like to do now is give you a little review of, we call it the State of the Nation review. We go through a little bit about what's happened in the industry, where IPG has come from, what we've achieved this year, and what we would like to do going forth. So, if I can have my presentation up, we can get going on that. So again, the theme of this year's conference is stepping up our game. And that is something that we're spreading across marketing. Yesterday you saw in terms of pricing. It's something that in every aspect of our business we need to be stepping up the game so as to delineate ourselves from the competition, as well as just survival in today's world. So one of the ways it's okay. We'll watch the video.
A third revolution in retail is underway, with its impact as big as the mercantile revolution and the industrial revolution. The balance of power between customers and retailers is changing dramatically in favor of the customers. We will see the role of the physical store changing. It will only be successful in future if it has a really sharp value proposition. We see the boundaries of retail blurring. Logistics providers, manufacturers, media companies are moving in, all targeting the customer directly, circumventing the retailer. It will move retail from being an industry to being a function.
We think that retailers should add exclusivity, so special products that they can sell only on the stores, and add a lot of experience to enjoy the shopping experience of consumers. From the interviews we had with our clients, with colleagues, we realized that retailers in reality are not ready, and they have to start quickly to react to be really successful in this new environment.
We believe that the champions of the future are made now. Many retailers, in our experience, have not yet realized the magnitude and the speed of the change. Those who will realize this change and will be able to transform will be the champions of the future.
And we think that the time to act big is now, and the retailers need to change their mental model. They need to create a much bigger customer centricity, digital fluency, and have a really tremendous agility to deal with a very dynamic environment.
So, a revolution. Have you seen that in your stores? Have you seen the changes? Have you seen that as a manufacturer? We're starting to see changes that are drastic. They're calling it a revolution. Is this revolution real? The retail revolution, they're comparing it to the industrial revolution, and that it's that big. And from what we see across North America through all of our meetings and meetings with groups, meeting with retail associations, is that there is a growing change that, as he said, that if we don't do something big about it now, that we will be left behind and perhaps disappear. So is it real? Well, once upon a time, you waited until business hours to find out about shopping, buying things, about products. You went to a store to learn about products. You asked a salesperson, that guy right there, how much you'll pay for a product. You drove to a store to pick up products. But today, consumers have a completely different expectation. Retail traffic is down, average 4.26% across North America. This is Prodco Retail Traffic Index. It tells you exactly, compared year to year, the number of people that are going into stores. So this is across North America. There are fewer people going into stores. Have you seen that? Showrooming. In case you're living under a rock, this is the popular practice of visiting a retail store, looking at a product, then finding it cheaper online. What's happening with that? 156% increase. People, according to Vibes Marketing, big, huge survey, saying that 156% increasing in people who are going to showrooms, looking at something, and then buying it online cheaper. Have you seen that in your stores? Thought this was funny. This pair of shoes is so perfect, I can't wait to buy them cheaper online somewhere. What's your Wi-Fi password? 61% of shoppers feel that they have more information than your people in the stores, and they can help themselves better online than in your stores. What's the incentive to be going into the store if 61% of people feel that way? Other issues that have been going on in the industry and retail in general, blurring of the categories. I don't know if you've been into a Canadian Tire store lately, a Home Depot store, any of those places. The SKUs that we once considered to be ours are now everywhere. This is a shot I took with my cell phone in a Canadian Tire. And I mean, that's just a small section. I mean, the aisle was filled with different SKUs that once upon a time they used to have one or two. Everyone now, because there are fewer and fewer people going to stores, the stores that want to attract more people are increasing the number of products, increasing the number of categories to keep those shoppers going to their store. Increased competition. It used to be just from your local market. Now it's around the world. It started with Amazon, and now, for example, look at this ASOS retailer from the UK offers free 2-day shipping anywhere in the world. Competitors from around the world that you never even knew before are now in your market. The retail landscape, of course, big names in retail disappearing, being replaced by new people. Same thing in our industry. Maybe there's been people there for 15, 20 years being replaced. E-commerce, been growing at 18% a year for the past decade. Has retail in your store been growing 18%, 20%? Last year, $18.9 billion by Canadians. I hear that often. Well, my market's different. Canadians don't buy online. $18.9 billion in 2012 by Canadians. It's a 24% jump since 2010, according to CBC News. There are more opportunities as well to shop online. Used to be, well, I can get some of my products, but it's not convenient to buy other things. Let's take a look at this video.
Amazon.com started out selling books, and now they sell everything from diapers to dog toys. And today, Amazon is offering something new to Canadian shoppers: groceries. Our business host, Scott Peterson, is here with this story. Like, is that dry goods and produce? And can I get my mangoes, that kind of thing?
You can't get mangoes. You can't get fresh food yet.
They're laughing at me up in the control room.
Why?
Right now.
It's something about mangoes.
No.
Mangoes is a funny word. No, it's 50,000 non-refrigerated. So if mangoes need refrigeration, that they do, I think, sometime. But it's going to be delivered right to your home, as if we need another excuse to just sit on the couch and not do anything and just press a button. But we're going to have soup, coffee, cereal, jar goods, candy, chips, that sort of thing. At this point, Amazon has been expanding aggressively into Canada, and there's up to 15,000 non-refrigerated items here for anybody wanting to go to Amazon.ca to see exactly what they have at a click away. They're expanding, very aggressively into Canada, doubling what they're offering, 14 new categories. There's some of the examples there that you have, and you click on it, and it gets delivered directly to your home. And as of today, as well, Amazon is launching what is called the Auto Store. They're going to be offering auto parts, accessories, RV, boats, auto parts available to buy online as well. So they're also, in regards to your mango question, they are experimenting with that south of the border. That could be available yet, but as you know, things that expire, you don't want to put them in the mail for a couple of weeks.
Right. And what effect?
So one of the categories that they didn't mention on there is that they're expanding into pool and spa. That's a big category for them in the States, and now it's expanding into Canada. I don't know if you've already started running into that, but it's real. I get an email almost daily from them because once I looked at a pump online to compare pricing, and now I get an email almost daily explaining that I can get this online. So new opportunities to shop online that didn't exist before. Also, why is this happening? Well, it's rumored, perhaps not rumor, that in 2014 is the point where mobile technology is going to surpass that of desktop. So there'll be more people searching online on their mobiles than there will be on desktops. What does that mean? It's always with me. It's always available. M-commerce, so mobile commerce, up 15% since 2013. Can we switch back? And since 2011, it was only 3% in 2011, now 15%. Huge increase. Because, why? Because that phone is with you 24 hours a day. How many people leave it next to their pillow when they go to sleep? It's always there. So is the retail revolution real? Pretty real. And it's here to stay. So what are we doing about that? Consumers are embracing it in every aspect, whether it be looking for you online, trying to find your retail store, whether it's comparing prices, whether it's in-store activation, playing with a kiosk, perhaps scanning a QR code, etc., and purchase options. People more and more just want to pull out their phone, scan, and walk. But what's going to happen now after the revolution? What is available to us? Well, after a revolution, there is always, in every case, opportunity. And what is that opportunity for us? Well, brick and mortar still has an advantage. Let's look at what that is. Create a unique experience through integration of website, social media, physical stores, and e-store. That's something that an e-store can't do. They can't give the customer the experience that they are still looking for. And that's what we at IPG have been focusing on. What we've been focusing on, the omni-channel experience. What's the omni-channel experience? Well, Wikipedia, our favorite source of information, of course, besides Google doctoring, says that it's the seamless approach to the consumer experience through all available channels. So in English, what does that mean? It's a collision of the physical and digital worlds. So when a consumer comes in, they've had an experience on your website that drove them to your store. Perhaps it was on a gaming console. They saw on their tablet the same sort of feeling, the same sort of visuals. The physical store, when they walk in, has the same sort of colors, same feeling. They know they're in the right place. A kiosk greets them at the door and allows them to have an experience there that matches the experience they've already had. Social media, their friends say, the experience that I had there was a great experience. That's the omni-channel experience, and that's what we are trying to develop. It's a consistent experience from the web to smartphone or tablet to the in-store experience. That's the expectations of consumers today. The benefit, as a retailer with a brick-and-mortar presence, is that an omni-channel shopper spends up to 15 or 30% more and exhibits strong loyalty. Why? Because you have that physical contact, that relationship. So how is this going to happen? Let's take a look at this and give you some idea.
When retail started, it was a marketplace. You came in because of location, proximity to your house. They were selling commodities, but it was personal. You went to the market to a particular proprietor because he knew you, knew your preferences, and there was a sense of personal exchange. Over time, we've seen that retail kind of moved away from that because it was more based on geographic coverage, location, and then it kind of went a little bit more to be promotion driven, and we lost a little bit of that personal touch. I think we're going full circle, where both the retailer and the consumer are looking for that sense of personal link. And it's not going to be necessarily going to be driven by the proprietor, but it's going to be enabled through technology, providing the right data to the retailer so they know who you are.
The main objective is as a shopper, you want to go even to a big store, make it feel small. You want to go to a place where traditionally you're one of every other customer. You want a personal service. You want to have information that is relevant to you. You want the person on the other side of the table be able to recognize you as a consumer, understand your needs, understand your wants, understand your shopping habits, and be able to react to you and offer information that is relevant to you.
And I think that retailers are recognizing more and more that the experience in the shopping element or path to purchase is becoming more important. In the past, there might be an element of price competition, or maybe it was location. Everyone always said location, location, location. But in this day and age, a consumer can get anything they want, anytime they want, anywhere they want. And really, what retailers are recognizing is that it becomes that consistent shopping experience, that element of service and ability to provide the consumer what they want as far as information that becomes even more important.
The retail store is not going away. Many shoppers, I would say most shoppers, view the retail environment, physical environment, as central to the shopping experience. What's changing is the expectations of what that shopping experience should look like and feel like from the consumer point of view. So as technology providers and as retailers, we just need to step back and look at the expectations from the customer's point of view. What do you and I expect that journey to look like? And if we do that, it's going to be a blend of store design and merchandising and experience that are technology enabled.
Where you can shop for anything from anywhere at any time. He asked the question, what's it going to look like? What do you expect this experience to look like? What do we expect? What does a consumer expect it to look like? That was a question that we asked ourselves a few years ago when we started developing our vision for where we wanted to go. And we started to build the foundation of our vision. And we came up with a goal. And our goal was to help IPG members market and provide a deliberate and brand-driven omni-channel experience involving well-trained employees who are able to help facilitate a customized, interactive, and convenient shopping experience through the use of technology that results in measurable consumer referrals. Let's read that again. Help IPG members market and provide a deliberate, brand-driven, omni-channel experience that we talked about earlier. Has to involve the staff. They have to be trained to understand and live it. Help facilitate a customized, makes people feel like this is their shopping experience. Convenient according to today's standards, not according to location. Convenient, open all the time. Through the use of technology, as we had mentioned, that results, we have to be able to measure it. So that's our goal, that's a big goal. And what have we done to achieve this? Well, the first step was to adapt the physical stores to reflect a more modern experience, a branded experience. So where have we gotten with that? Well, first thing, a purchase requires an environment consistent with the quality of the objects being sold. We position ourselves as a high-end product. We position ourselves as a luxury in many cases. And our environment has to reflect that, as stated by Chris Ramy, President of Affluent Insights, speaker on the subject, highly regarded and often quoted by everyone. Here's an example. Here's an example of our typical pool store. We went now in some of our designs from this to this. Same angle, same store. From this to this. From this to this. So it's all about the experience that we are trying to build. Welcome. Welcome to our store. What's the feeling? What's the branding? What's the message? What's the customization? These are all the things that we've been looking at and working with our stores to get that branded consumer experience. So how is it going so far? Just want to give you a little recap here to show you how it's going.
IPG stores have been participating in the store rebranding program. This year, we took some time to sit down and discuss the process and the results of rebranding their stores. Here is what they had to say.
Bringing more customers in the door was basically our ultimate goal and making more money.
I knew we needed to have something to stand out from the big box stores.
Right after the IPG show last year, we came in and the walls started to come down within the week.
What we've noticed is how open it is and how user-friendly it is. It flows better. A lot of people like the store layout with the pool up front and the spa. Going to the back of the store to purchase the chemicals, but to get a nice look through and see what we have to offer.
Well, I think one of our biggest mistakes that we had going on before was the actual layout of the product, forcing people to go right to what they needed and to the cash. The layout that we have now forces people to walk the store.
It came up a few times saying, oh, hot tubs, I didn't realize you sold spas, and we've been selling them for quite some time now.
Surprisingly, a few of them saying they didn't know we sold hot tubs.
So by moving the hot tubs up to the front of the showroom, we tripled our sales.
The dark ceiling has I think it's enhanced the look of the store.
The dark ceiling allows the consumer to keep focused on the products at hand.
I wouldn't be afraid of doing it. I mean, I was a little bit afraid at the beginning because of the color choices and stuff like that, but you really see it pays off in the end.
It just draws your eyes to the product instead of up at the lights and at the ceiling. It gives it a more modern look.
I think it pops everything, to be honest with you. I think that the tubs stand out more, the shelving stands out more. It's customers don't come in and look up. They have a tendency to look at what's on our showroom floor as opposed to looking at our ceiling.
Thought it turned out really well.
Yeah, that destination spa at the front of the store was, I'd have to say, very much attributed to our increase in sales this year. I know for a fact that we're well over 50% from last year.
This destination spa that we made here, I'm going to say that we probably sell this tub, whatever we have here, the most. So the last 4 months, the tub that I've changed out with sells usually within the first 2 weeks of it being changed to this position.
Our increase in spa sales has given us a triple return over what we invested in the upgrade of this store.
This shelving has given us the opportunity to brand everything, all the little extras that we get sent, the shelf talkers, the labels, the posters, all those things that go with the merchandising system I found have been great.
Anna and I never doubted the white shelving. Did we know how sharp it was going to look, how stunning? No. When we put that white shelving up on that dark gray background, it popped and we loved it.
Right now this is like a clean white background. The product stands out, not the old rusty, junky looking shelves.
We did some research. We thought, that's a lot of money. I'm sure we can get them done in town a lot cheaper. We researched and no, we couldn't come in cheaper. The new IPG bottles, I feel is working. And, you know, we've carried them for, say, 6 months now. We have customers coming in requesting this IPG product. We have friends of customers coming in saying, do you have this IPG product? We heard it's really good.
What I find is the colors associated with what the products do is a lot easier and simplified for the consumer. They're coming in and identifying the color to the product.
The new updated labels, I personally think, look a lot better than any of the other ones out there.
People are coming in asking for, we need this IPG product. It tells me that the IPG branding is working. What the Dolly kits have allowed us to do is have that flexible showroom. We can put products where we want them and then move them out of the way if we don't like it. It's not like you're stacking boxes of opening kits in one spot, and then if you want them moved, you've got to move every single box. This is one little, you put the card on and away you go. You can always put the products that you're trying to promote up front.
I would recommend it, starting off small, getting some new shelving, changing things up a little bit makes a world of difference.
Do it now. You don't have to do it all at once, as we didn't do it all at once. We were still working on our lighting, but if you can do it, go ahead and do it. You'll see a major change in your sales.
Triple return on their investment in upgrading the store. Consumers are expecting a better experience. If you can provide them that experience, they will stay. They will be loyal. They will participate in your store. To state that the consumer experience inside a physical retail environment has become a key differentiator is to state a platitude. What else have we done? Well, we've updated the merchandising system such that there's now a QR code on all of the racking for the chemicals. If you don't have the racking, you can also apply this. But what have we upgraded from last year to this year is what's available. The information that's now available, we've produced a set of videos for all of the chemicals. So when a consumer comes into the store, they can go home with a piece of the information that you as a professional provide them, and they can go home and learn how to use this product, making the experience omni-experience, the omni-channel experience. They can take this home. Take a look at this.
Making your pool water sparkle with IPG.
Rust and unsightly stains on pool surfaces result from the presence of metals and other organic contaminants in pool water. Stain Prevent is designed to remove these metals and other stain-causing elements. Before adding this product, make sure you go to your local IPG retailer to ensure your water is balanced. For initial use, pour 150 milliliters of Stain Prevent per 10,000 liters of water into a measuring cup. Then pour directly into your pool. Following your first application, it is recommended that 30 milliliters per 10,000 liters be used on a weekly basis. This will protect your equipment and increase the lifespan of your pool and its components. IPG, making pool and spa ownership easy.
Making pool and spa ownership easy is our tag for all of the videos. We're producing them for every single chemical product, every single private label product. If there's something that we're putting in the stores, it's available online with information so that a consumer can go to that and see the credibility of an IPG product. Helps differentiate you from your competition, but provides you with the credibility there that it's not just a generic product. So what's next? What's phase 2? Well, it is time now to launch part of phase 2. The first part of that, very important, stores that are connected as a group via our new multifunction member center. So we're relaunching the member center with our new PO module. The PO module, which will be available for you to play with, test in the IPG booth, which is on the far right-hand side of the conference. And it is by far the best website available in the industry and will allow you to make your purchases, track your purchases, choose your products in a multitude of ways, whether it's sorted by price, by product, etc. And it's all of the information that we used to have in our member center will now be on here, plus all of this. So the videos, the brochures, marketing information, etc., all available on here. And it's now something that, again, you can test. Scott will be doing a live demo. It will also be a big improvement where the whole system itself will be available in French as well, completely with the navigation, where last year it was just the content. Now the navigation, everything will be in French as well. The other thing that we're doing is a multi-channel web platform. This is what our new website will look like. It's an adaptive website that will adapt to any size screen, any device. And what this will do, it will serve as the basis for a system. You can access it if anyone wants to hold up their phone and take a look at it, but it will become ipgcanada.com will be that site. And what will we use it for? Well, we're doing some designs, and you will see a booth here as well that will be doing a presentation. Multi-channel web platform. So we will be using this website to develop other things like kiosks, window displays that are interactive, POS systems, etc. So booth 22 you can go to. The people from Omnivex are here with us, and they will show you where we were trying to go with this. Whether you're a supplier, I'd suggest you go by and see it as well, so that you can get ideas as to how you can join us on this journey as well, and how we can interact and put your product as part of the system as well. So booth number 22. The other thing that we're looking at doing is mobile payments. Whether it be on a tablet, whether it be on a phone for your service people, etc. Because again, consumers' expectation, grab and go, at home, be able to pay on site without having to deal with anybody over the phone, etc. So we're performing an experiment this year, and we're looking for some volunteers to, as part of our store upgrade program, we would like to replace some of the physical cash wraps with mobile checkouts. And why would we want to do that? Well, A, that's some pretty expensive retail space there that's being taken up by those counters. Also, who are your customers that are coming in? They're the people that come in, I have this problem. Should it not be part of the experience to take them along the way and help them with the products they need? Don't just let them take a bucket of chlorine and walk out the door. Go with them with the tablet. Say, what about this? Did you think about this? How about this? Help them make that decision and give them an experience that they can't have online. So we were looking for example, here's one scenario. Customer number one, they're in a hurry. Every one of your customers, right? They're the type of person who, if they can't pre-order things or they can't do things online, eventually they're going to go somewhere else. Because as you saw, that Amazon email that I get every week asking me to buy chemicals, eventually, if I don't feel like going somewhere, I'm going to buy there and I'm probably never coming back. So this customer is in a hurry. They can pre-order on their mobile device. They're given purchase options. Do you have enough test strips? Is your water balanced? Would you like this as well before they get to that cash out? So they're not just given the opportunity to grab some chlorine and go. And they can do so on a mobile system where they can pay for it online. And then the package is ready for them. I don't know if any of you remember the old consumers distributors model where you go in the back and they get you the stuff and they deliver it out to you. Same mentality, but with a modern twist. So it would allow a consumer to pull up, their order is already paid for, and here, sir, I'd like to put that in your Mercedes for you so that you don't have to go through the hassle of picking it up and collecting it for you. So that's customer one that we're trying to design the systems for. Customer number two, of course, is the one that comes in and needs all the help. So why do we need to have a system where they walk, they pick up some stuff, and they go back to a cache by themselves? Yes, I understand you try and intercept them, but with this system, it would allow you to, again, upsell them at every opportunity and explain to them, show them the videos. Let them understand the credibility that you provide in the store, which will keep them coming back. So we're looking for some people who would be interested in working with us as we work to our goal, who would be interested in doing that as part of an upgrade. So I will be making appointments at any time that's convenient to you to come to your store, figure out how we can integrate this and how we can learn together to make this work so that next year when we're sitting here, I can show you the success that we've had with that program. So please talk to me individually if there's anyone here that's interested in experimenting with that. So again, we're stepping up our game. We're talking about stores. We're talking about pricing for profit. Where else do we need to look? We've looked into technology. We know we need to improve there. Shopping patterns. We know we need to help a consumer in the store with their experience. But I have a little story here. This is a picture of the fridge at my cottage. This is the fridge that my parents bought for their wedding. This was in 1964, they bought that fridge. What do you think the salesperson told them when they bought this? It's worth the extra money, last a lifetime, quality components. Is that what we're saying about our spas now, about our pool pumps, about everything else? Is that the same message that we're giving now as in 1964? But think about this. How many people in this room have purchased a fridge over the last 5 years? Yep. Was it the first fridge? How many people here have bought 2 fridges in their lifetime? Yeah? How many people have bought 3 fridges in their lifetime? Right. Does that mean your expectations have changed now? Does that mean, perhaps, let's compare this to the auto industry. If you told me, yes, you can buy this car and it'll last forever, I don't care. I want the newest technology. I want something that's going to be able to tell me how many calories I'm about to eat when it pops out of the fridge. That's the expectation that has changed that we need to address as salespeople. We can't just go and sell the way we sold in 1964, but in the stores now, that's still the message that's coming through.